Hello, everybody. Welcome to Season 1, Episode... Oh, gosh, I forgot. I think it's 11, something like that. It is Monday night, so it's time for Scrollers Chat. Tonight we're going to be talking about metal cutting blades, types of metal you can cut on a scroll saw. And I need to use the YouTube channel, so give me 1 second. That's better. All right. I always forget that. Sorry about that, folks. Now that the YouTube channel is muted, we're going to be talking about metal tonight, metal cutting, metal blades, and types of metal you can cut on the scroll saw. With me tonight, I got a short panel tonight, but we've got Rick Hutchinson and Carl Taylor, and you guys can introduce yourselves one at a time. Tell everybody where to find you.
Okay, Rick Hutchison, Facebook under Rick Hutchison, website scrollsaws.com.
Okay. Moving on to rest. Carl. Sorry, Carl.
Hey, Larry, glad to be on tonight. Misty just showed up. Hey, Misty.
Howdy.
Carl, just from northeast of Atlanta area. You can find me on Facebook, and I have a Facebook channel called Scrollers on YouTube. And I have a YouTube channel called Scroll Saw and Woodworking Videos. I would appreciate it if you subscribe and watch every one of my videos and give me a thumbs up on every one of my videos and hit the bell button.
Thanks, Carl. All right, Misty, you just joined us. Why don't you go ahead and unmute yourself and then tell everybody where they can find you and who you are.
All right.
Maybe about Saw.
Have to forgive me for how I look. I've been working all afternoon. I'm Misty Valestin. I'm the president of SAW, Scroll Saw Association of the World. We've got our website.
Yep.
Saw.com.
But president of Scroll Saw Association of the World. Which is, you guys can go over their website at saw-online.com or org?
.com, or either one. You can access it through org or com.
Okay, so saw-online.com. And you're better now. You were just frozen for a second there.
Oh, okay. We have our website for SAW there, and I'm trying to get us a little bit more publicized. Lee's been generous. This is my second time on, and that's pretty much it.
Okay, thanks, Misty.
You're welcome.
If you don't know the topic, Misty, because you just came in late to the class.
Cutting metal?
We're talking about cutting metal today, and... we're going to, I think Carl has some stuff he wants to talk about, so we're going to jump over to Carl and let him start things off for us. All right, Carl?
Sure, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be talking about.
You don't know what you're supposed to be talking about. It's going to be one of those wing it nights again, isn't it?
Just one of those what?
The wing it nights where you just say,
Aren't those the best nights?
Yeah, I'm eating a jar of pickles right now, hot pickles, and so I won't have much. At least y'all can't smell my breath, though. I'd like to invite Misty to go over to my Facebook page, Scrollers on YouTube, and post anything that you'd like to about SAW.
Great, thank you.
Anything that you want, because it's all for the community. Everybody that asked to join the Facebook group will be accepted. We've only blocked 2 people, only because of behavior issues. So everybody's welcome to come join us. Check us out. We're not the largest group, but we're a pretty good bunch of people over there. Misty.
What?
Tell us about the sawdust.
Tell you about the sawdust.
Yeah, tell us about Sawdust newsletter.
Our newsletter is a 40-page publication that our members receive every quarter. They come out in January, April, July, and October. And We try to put in there news about our local chapters. There's always a letter from the president, letter from the editor, and we always make sure that there are patterns in there. This year we have the generosity of 4 pattern makers. Jeanette Square, Kathy Wise, Judy Gale Roberts, and Bruce Worthington have donated patterns. I believe Bruce's and Judy's have already been published, and we have Jeanette's going in the fall, and then Kathy's will be this winter. We didn't want to put them all in one, so we spread them out over the publications. We've asked the members to supply some tips, tricks, little things that they want to share. New scrollers are always looking for ideas, ways to do things. And I thought, who better to get this information from than our members themselves? And I've had excellent feedback. I'm getting emails and phone calls almost every day with people giving their ideas. So I'll have a pretty good article put together with recommendations from people and just little things that help them. And those are little things that help the new people. And well, there'll be a few of our programs listed in the publication, but it changes from quarter to quarter, and you just never know what you might find in there.
Cool, thanks. How many members we got now, or do you have now?
We're about 350, and that includes family members, business members. If you like a family, you pay $35 a year for a family membership, and you can have 2 or 3 members. But you get 2 names, you get 2 votes, votes for elections, any board members. We've got one election coming up on 2 board positions this year. So in fact, our next sawdust will have a ballot in it for our members to vote. So if you're a family, you get 2 votes. If you're an individual, you get 1. Business members get 1. Our business members, I believe we have 8 right now. They help support us, and they're our backbone next to the membership. They get their name alone speaks volumes with most of the members. We have Seiko and P.S. Woods and Judy Gale Roberts and Kathy Wise. We did get 2 new ones this year. Fantanimals, I believe they're out of Oregon or Washington. Fantanimals. And then we have another woodworking company. You'll have to excuse me. Off the top of my head, I don't have all their information. I wasn't planning on speaking all of that. That just kind of come up. But the family members only count as 1 membership. It's 1 membership number. So if they have 2 or 3 people, they count in our overall numbers, but it's only 1 member. So as far as actual members, I would have to say that number is probably around the 310, 315 mark.
You said that you have 2 positions coming up for election. What are those positions?
They're both board members. Board positions are previous president, who I replaced. Bob King stepped down as president and as a board member, so his board position is open. And Alan Price, he stepped down as both editor and as a board member. So we have his board position is up. Oh no, I apologize. I'm speaking wrong. Those are positions being appointed. The 2 for election are our current treasurer and secretary. Those positions aren't, but their board positions are. Hal Shearer and Bradley Anderson. They're up for re-election. They were appointed during a term, and that term ends December of this year.
So
they're up for election for a 3-year term.
What do you mean by being appointed and being elected?
Okay, if you're appointed, that means that like Bob and Alan stepping down, we have to replace them. Their board member spot has already been elected and it's in motion. So we have to appoint people to replace them. Then when that position comes up for re-election, which one of them will be next year, 2018, and the other one is 2019, then you have to go through the re-election process to retain your position that you were appointed to and be elected by the members for a 3-year term. An election is just that. We have open positions. Even though Brad and Hal currently have those positions, if somebody else wanted to put in for it, they could, and it goes to the membership for a vote.
So you have to be a board member to have one of those positions.
Yes, yes, you have to be a board member to be an officer. The only position you can have and not be a board member is the editor.
So do you have to be a board member for a certain amount of time? I mean, a member of SAW before you become a board member?
That depends on which set of bylaws you read. There are, Rick, I see that smile. We have had in the past, there have been some changes made that did not go to the membership for a vote. And I have no intentions of dogging anybody, but I will not lie at the same time. As a nonprofit organization, the only way you can change a bylaw that affects the membership is it has to go to the membership for a vote to be changed. And we've had a couple of issues that have been changed by an individual without going to the membership, and therefore that change is null and void and not allowed and illegal. I have a paralegal degree, and so the law is, I won't say I know it all, but I love the law and I love researching law, and I've been doing a lot of reading on the nonprofit 503A law. And one thing that I will make sure is that this board of directors is doing the proper thing with SAW and following what we're supposed to do. And so our bylaws have to return to what they were prior to the unauthorized action being taken.
So I'm glad you said that you love studying law, because anybody that I would assume is a SAW member can send you a question about copyright issues. Is that
Yes,
correct?
they can. Yes, they can. In fact, I'm going to have an article, and I'm glad you reminded me. It's time to put our motto, our ethics motto, back on either the inside or outside cover of our publication, and put an article in there about publishing and copyright issues. That you can take a pattern that we put in our publication, and you're allowed to copy it for your personal use, but you're not allowed to sell it. You're not allowed to just, oh, here, give it away. You have guidelines you have to follow. Those of you that design patterns, that's your bread. That's your breadwinner, and we can't take that away from you. That's not fair of anybody to try to do that to you. Your generosity to give us a pattern to donate for free use is wonderful, and nobody should be taking advantage of that.
Well, it's going to be nice having a go-to, I'm not going to say go-to guy, but go-to woman for questions now.
I'm not going to try to paint myself to be something I'm not, but I have no problem telling it like it is. You may not always like what I have to say, but I won't lie. I won't sugarcoat it. And I will not try to portray myself to be doing more than what I'm physically incapable of doing.
Cool. Appreciate the input.
You're welcome.
All right. Thanks, Misty.
You're welcome.
I was checking over at the chat, seeing if there's any questions for you, and there's not. So, but we were supposed to be talking about metal tonight. Does anyone have a better topic in mind? Hey, Rick, have you tried cutting corian at all? Because I know Misty was asking about corian.
Yep. Rick, unmute.
I've cut a little bit of it. I would say it compares to cutting a hard wood. It doesn't cut real fast, but it usually cuts pretty smooth and nice. Makes some nice patterns and stuff. The problem is you can get, I guess you'd say, different patterns and colors of corian, but you don't get the look of wood with some green and, different colors in the green and all that.
Hey, Rick, can I ask you a question while we got you here?
Oh, yeah.
I've had one member express interest that he is interested in learning how to make a marble tree and doing that with a scroll saw. What would be your recommendation to start with that?
A marble tree?
A tree, yep. Out of a marble tree out of corian.
Well, I guess I'm not sure what he's saying, a marble tree. If he just wants to cut out the outline of a tree on, on a Corian, go to the internet, do a search for tree clip art, find a tree he likes, and use it.
Okay. Do you want? He's got a few little details that he's put in a sentence. How about if I read to you the sentence that he wrote? What he's looking for.
Okay.
He said he'd be interested in an article on how to make a marble tree, which can be done using a scroll saw. The trick, he says, from what he's learned, is to insert the sleeves at the proper angle in the square post and make them in groups of 4, one for each side of the post, in corresponding larger sizes going from the top to bottom of the tree. And he's wondering if different pitches or sounds can be heard as the marble rolls down from leaf to leaf from the top to the bottom. I don't know if he's referring to water. I'm not sure what he's referring to, but that's what he's written.
Okay. It sounds like is what he is trying to make is one of a marble game where you roll marbles down some kind of a ramp or something.
Okay, so maybe his word tree is a typo?
Well, they may call it a tree, I guess, somewhere. They may have a pattern or something they called a marble tree.
One of those toys where it starts at the top and it goes down, 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 down to the bottom.
I guess I was thinking that first you were talking about marble as a rock and cutting a tree out of it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Now that you read it, it sounds like he's trying to make a rolling marble game.
Okay.
Like a tower.
I hung up on tree and leaves being an actual tree.
Yeah, because he said he wants it 4-sided and everything else. So.
Well, that part kind of lost me, but I wasn't thinking about games. I didn't think of it as, that marble game. That makes a lot of sense now.
It seems like years ago I saw a pattern for something like that, but I don't remember where it was. Do you remember, Carl?
I was thinking about the old, what's it called, Plinko machine, Plinko games. So I was totally lost. But I remember seeing a pattern similar that you put like a little train car on it and it rolls down and back and forth. But I don't think I've ever seen marble.
Well, it gives me some other keywords to put in the search.
I guess we could make one and just send him a picture, see if it looks like what he wants.
Well, I need to email him back. He said that he attached 2 pictures, but the email never had an attachment with it, so I can try to get that picture from him and send it to you and see if that means anything, Rick and Carl.
Sounds like a challenge.
I mean, I'd almost call it maybe more like a marble maze or something like that. I'd try for searching.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, I find out a lot of times people ask a question and they don't really describe real good as to what they're after. It's kind of vague. And so you sit there and scratch your head forever trying to figure out what it is they're asking for you to do, what they're asking the question about.
Ron Norris wants to talk about Alabama football.
Alabama football.
Maybe
I told him it's open suggestion night now since we all ran out of topics.
Maybe we should talk about Clemson football.
Woohoo!
Steve French put a marble tower.
Let's talk about hockey.
Yeah, I think that's what he means, Steve. I think it's a marble tower.
Yeah, marble tower would be another good word to check.
Okay.
It's not a tree, it's a tower. My grandpa used to make those, actually.
Okay.
Oh, like what was that game that used to be out? Mousetrap, maybe something like that.
Yeah. But I think what it is, it's a tower. Cause my grandpa used to make them. And it would be probably 2 feet tall. And then you start at the top and it goes down, down, all the way down. So it hits the bottom of it. And then you put the marble back on the top. If that's what he's talking about. But it's more of a tower than a tree.
Yeah, I like that word too. Okay.
Someone said marble cake.
Marble cake?
Yeah.
I don't think
only if it's made with yellow cake.
Yeah, I think that was more of a joke. When marble tower sounds like it would be something I would try to search.
Yeah.
and see if I can find it there.
I'm sure there's patterns out there for it somewhere. I've seen them made before. Like my grandpa used to make them, so I'm sure he would know. But
I think Katie has a question. She hasn't
yeah.
asked it.
What's Katie's question?
She hasn't asked it yet.
How do you know she has a question then?
Katie always has a question.
Carl, are you doing subliminal messaging again?
Katie found out a year or so ago. Katie lives about 20 minutes from me.
Nice. Very nice.
Really, really nice lady. So now we have myself, Katie, Mike Peace, which is a YouTuber that makes turning videos, and Steve Carmichael, all right here together.
Well, I guess since we're not talking about anything else, if you guys are actually, I have an idea. I did, however, finish the Scroll Saw magazine today for the firefighter issue. I just want to take a look. I have to still add the purchasing option over on the website, but I did add the cover up there on the back issues page today, or not the back issues page, the buy. And I can show you guys kind of what's in it real quick. All right. Oh.
Katie, while you're looking, Katie asks, what kind of metal do you cut and how thick?
Yes, what kind of metal?
Correct. What kind of metal and how thick?
I haven't really cut metal too much, so I would not be the right person to ask that question. I know Carl and Rick have done it a little bit, but I would imagine that copper, aluminum might be kind of soft enough to cut on the saw, but as for the thickness, I'm not really sure on that one. Unless those guys have a better answer for you.
I've cut the aluminum flashing that's pretty thin aluminum, and then I did some copper that I got from the sheet metal shop that was heavier copper. I would say maybe the thickness of 2 playing cards. So some pretty heavy stuff for scrolling. But I found that copper is kind of tough to cut.
Okay. So,
copper to me gives an edge. If we were doing scroll saw patterns, we'd call it fuzzies. The copper is so soft that it doesn't cut clean. It leaves little splinters, I guess you'd say, of copper all along the cut line. Everything I've tried.
Yeah, I've seen a few people take the diamond plate, like truck toolboxes are made out of, and cut out like GMC and Ford and Chevy and different things like that and sell them at flea markets.
all right. Well, I have this open now, so if you guys want to take a look, I finished this up today. It is going to send it off to the printers. For those of you that ordered the yearly print already, you'll be getting this in the print and the PDF. So if you guys ordered a print for the year or the PDF for the year, you'll be getting this shortly. As you can see, the cover is complete, and we've got the fire truck, which was designed by me, and this was cut by Don Lorenz. And then you have Garnett Hall's firefighter, Bruce Worthington's first responder bear. This bear here actually has 3 different styles. He has one that he's a police officer, the other one he's a firefighter, and then the other one he's a EMT. And what you do is you use a magnet, rare earth magnet, and it'll actually make the star changeable on the back or on his jacket, and the one on his hat. You can change it out with a star for the police, a fire badge for the firefighter, and a different badge for the EMT. So you can change on the hat and the vest. So that pattern's interchangeable. This car here was actually designed by John Nelson. And this pattern here was designed by Sasha Javinsky. I hope I'm saying that right. And then this one here was designed by Richard Makish. Hope I'm saying that right, Richard. But Richard Makish. As you can see, we'll scroll through here. We've got an ad for Scroll Saw Association of the World. And there's an article in here about this gentleman that actually cuts toys for kids to give to, or for first responders to give to kids. So he gives them to the jail. His name is Phil, and got it zoomed out, so I can't really see too much. It's Phil Lagadiers. He's from Duluth, Minnesota. So there's an article about him, and then he actually works with a group called TLC Toys, and they cut toys for kids. This here is the fire engine toy, which was on the cover. This is actually designed by John Nelson. What you do is you use this pattern and you print it out in color, and then you use hodgepodge, however you want to say it, on your pattern, and then you clear stain it. So this, you don't ever have to paint it. You just use the sticker, kind of, sort of. And so it kind of looks like this. And all that information for doing that's down here. And then this here is another pattern designed by Richard Makish. This is his mounted police officer. Rick is actually from Central New York State. This was designed by him as well. Word art for police duty honor curry. This one here is the paramedic logo. This was designed by Sasha Javinsky as well. The police car, which was designed by me. This one is the 9/11 memorial. This was designed by Sasha as well. And then this is the paramedic cross, which I did. The firefighter, which is mine. This is like a set, so I put all three in here. And the police officer cross. And then the ladder truck portrait, which is in here as well. And then this one was designed by Richard as well. And these are his firefighter signs. Those are down there. And then this is the fire pumper truck intarsia that I designed. And Don cut. You can see here it said Don Lorenz took first place in the intermediate intarsia category at Midwest Trade Show. So it has a picture of Don with his ribbon on the truck. And then there's the pattern. This down here was the bear I was telling you about. So it's interchangeable for police, fire, and EMT. So you can see here it's got different badges. So one's for the hat, one's for the vest. So you can change these out. And you use a rare earth magnet to actually change them out. And that was designed by, of course, Bruce Worthington. And then this is Garnet Hall's old fireman in Tarsia. And then all the information to cut him. And then this is the last page. And if you guys look down here at this last page, these are all the different covers that we've put out so far. And then our website, which is Scroller's Choice, which is MAG, short for magazine, wixsite.com/home. Go there, you can see all these. I added the firefighter truck, or the firefighter one today. Ability to purchase it. It's just got the picture up there, so I gotta put it the PayPal purchasing thing on there tomorrow. So go over to the website and you can purchase that. Or if you already have the year in PDF or print, it'll be coming to you very shortly. If you don't have it already, you can purchase it through the website, probably starting tomorrow. All right? All right, so that's it for that. Let me get off the share screen somehow.
Lee, do you mind if I share screen? I found a picture of what he's talking about.
Okay. Let me get off the share screen here.
All right.
All right. I think I'm back now.
All right, let me...
All right, there you go, Misty.
Is it up there?
Yeah, I see it.
That's what he's talking about.
Can you zoom in a little bit?
Yes, I can. That's all it's gonna... Well, that's it. That's all it'll let me do.
No, there you go.
All right.
That's really kind of cool looking.
Now I get where he was saying tree.
Yeah. I don't think I've seen that pattern. That's not to say it's not available somewhere.
Right. But he was wanting it out of Corian. And he was asking about, I guess, the sounds it would make. I don't know. Different pitches. It'd be different. I have to tell him to go ahead and make it and then send us a video on it.
It's like a bunch of ping pong paddles on a stick.
Yeah, it does.
I'll bet they're only about, I'll bet those, it looks like they get a little bit bigger on the way down maybe, but I'll bet they're only about 2 or 3 inches in size when you get down to it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
I would say that whole thing maybe stands a foot tall at the most.
And the pedals have to be tilted a little bit so it can, marble can roll down to the next level.
Yeah. It looks like it's a spiral.
That looks like a noisy thing my granddaughter needs for her mom's.
It'd be pretty though in marble or Corian. But alrighty. That gives you an idea of what he's looking for.
Okay, one more thing I want to share with everybody. For you guys that are don't already know this, we are having a Scroll Saw picnic next May in Ohio. The dates are the 17th, the 18th, and the 19th. 17th is set up for vendors. So if you guys are just coming as scrollers, you don't got to worry about that one. So for you guys, it's Friday and Saturday, which is the 18th and the 19th of May. And that will be in Cuyahoga Falls next year. And I don't know if I'm sharing screen or not. Am I sharing screen currently? Doesn't look like it. Hold on one second. All right. I will take you guys over to our... 1 second, I'll pull it up. All right. So, screen share. And that should work. All right. Now we can see this. Now hit this. Okay. All right, so if you guys can see this, this is our club website, which is neosclub.wixsite.com/home. Come here. All the information for the picnic is right here. It says the Northeastern Ohio Scroll Saw Woodworking Expo, Friday, May 18th, 9 a.m. to 4:30. Saturday, May 19th, 9 a.m. This says 4:30, but it'll probably be more like 3:30. But we'll see what happens when we have classes. So when those wrap up, that's when it'll be over. And then, of course, we'll do the contest announcements this day. It's hosted by my club, and then it'll be at the Quirk Cultural Center, which is 1201 Grant Avenue, Cuyahoga Falls. 223. The vendor registration form is right here, and the scroller registration form is down here. So you guys can check that out. We're already on this form, with the exception of one that I still have to add a little bit, because I have one that somebody I talked to today. Might be watching in the outside chat. And he said to say hi to you, Rick, so I forgot about it, but his name is Murray Newton. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he's in the outside chat or not, but he was talking to me. He's doing a scroll saw box class for us. He told me to say hi to you, so
Okay.
I forgot. I reminded myself as I was looking at the page. I went, oh, I should tell Rick that. But yeah, he said to say hi to you. So. All right, I think I'm off share screen. Yep, I sure am. All right, well, I'm gonna check the YouTube chat real quick, see if there's any questions over here. Will you have hotel rooms blocked for attendees? Yeah, I was gonna do that, and ran into a small problem with that. The hotel that we want to book at gave us a block room rate of like $80 or $90 for with breakfast included for up to 2 people. Well, the problem was if you book with, say, Trivago or one of those like Priceline, Trivago, one of those cheaper rate sites, you can actually get it for like $50 or $60 for the same thing. So I didn't want to rooms off and make everybody pay $90 when you guys can go on individually. Go to Trivago or one of those and book it for that weekend. Because I already checked it out and it's cheaper if you go through Trivago or one of those price hotel websites than if you book it directly from the hotel if we blocked it off. So I know that doesn't make much sense, but that's how it is. But if you guys want to look at the hotels, I'll be adding those to the website soon, like suggested hotels. I'll add those up to the website soon. The other person, I think last time, mentioned that they want to camp, so I will try to find a close campground or list a couple of those as well. I will make sure I try to put that up on the website for you guys so you can start looking at the hotels too. I hope that answers your question. It says, they said it makes sense. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why the hotel would, you're blocking off rooms, so it wouldn't be cheaper since we're blocking off the rooms than Trivago, but that's the way it works.
Is there going to be a get together that Friday or Saturday night?
What's that?
Is there going to be a get together that Friday or Saturday night?
Yeah, we're gonna try to do dinner on Friday night. And if we're still figuring that out, but it's either going to be catered and at the same building, or we're going to just like get a restaurant and set aside a restaurant somewhere.
One of the local churches' women's group makes sandwiches for sale for everybody.
Yeah, I'm still trying to iron out all the details. There was some places that we were thinking about trying to get them to do like the snack for us. For example, like the Boy Scouts or one of those groups, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts. We were going to try to contact a group that's local and see if they want to run the snack bar for us that's in the gym. So there'll be snacks all day, and then they can make money for their club. So just an idea. We're trying to get in touch with them. So. But I just want to put it out there to any of the other clubs who are watching or maybe listening. I already told Misty, but if any of the other clubs want to attend, charge for club table. So if you want to come and bring your stuff just to display, let me know for you guys, especially the Ohio clubs. I want to see you guys again because I know you guys were here for the last one. So if you guys have any questions over there on the chat, I'm trying to do two things at once here. Oh, and JP just joined us.
Well, hello. Are we still live? Yes, we are.
Yes, we are. Hi, Jamie.
How you doing? Sorry, I'm a bit
Introduce
late.
yourself.
Sorry, I'm a bit late. I've been busy.
What's up,
Oh,
Jake?
sorry. Did you say introduce myself? I'm Jamie
Yeah.
from JP Woodwork on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and the Makers International podcast. That's about it. To be honest with you.
Oh man!
All right.
I just
What's
noticed.
the subject for tonight?
Well, we were talking about metal, but metal cutting, but we didn't really get into the subject.
Metal
Kinda,
cutting,
Went off on a bunch of other
hacksaw,
tangents.
That's good enough.
Hacksaw.
Hacksaw angle grinder. Never a scroll saw for me. But yeah. So
Jamie, what's
Well-
that hanging on your wall behind your head?
what's hanging? That's what?
Not that one. The other
That
to the left of the poster.
that
Left again.
that.
Yes.
That's it's a bit of like fishing wire with bits of plastic. It's like I've forgotten what they're called. It's like I don't know, like little charms, I suppose. You know. Oh, there we go. It's got like dragonflies on it and like little beads and things like that.
Oh, okay. Did you
So,
make?
no, my sister made it years ago.
Oh, pretty cool.
So yeah, something she made in like elementary school, I think, or our version of elementary school. So yeah, that was a while ago. So yeah,
I had to ask because it looked interesting.
yeah, interesting is one word. So metal. I can honestly say I've never cut metal on a scroll saw. I don't really know much about metal cutting on a scroll saw, to be honest. I guess the only metal you could do is aluminium, I guess. Unless you guys know different. No?
Nope, not me.
Well, you cut
The
them.
only metal that I've ever cut, I cut a few coins, and I used this book here, which I have.
Ah, yes. Yeah, I've heard of that, before.
Yeah, so you can see right there. I've cut that a little bit, but as far as metal cutting blades, I've just used the ones that I had and cut them. I couldn't tell you guys exactly which ones they were because they were in a pack. I grabbed them and started cutting, but because it talks about how to cut queens, but not just that. It talks about glass and metal, and it has different kinds of abnormal stuff that you could cut out, like seashells, leather. It has paper. They cut out paper
Wow.
and styrofoam, and how to make like photo sculptures. And it talks a lot about using keys to cut a key and then add names to the key.
Yeah.
And there's accessories in here for this too, like a keyless chuck for the drill. They talk about all sorts of stuff in here, but guys, I'll zoom in. I think my screen froze. I'll show you guys here in a sec.
Yeah, you've lost your camera, Lee.
I have tried
Yeah,
cutting
it turned.
nails, and they don't work worth darn to cut.
See. So this has lots of cutting coins and different kinds of things out of coins.
Yeah, I've noticed. I don't know of anyone else that's got a pattern. Maybe they have, but I know Steve Gooder's got a coin holder jig on one of his on his site. So that's something that's actually not a bad idea, actually, because we've started releasing new coins. So that's something that sounds quite interesting to have a good go at.
I've got one of his jigs. Let me go grab it. I forgot all about that.
Oh, now you remember. Show's almost over.
I guess it's lucky I turned up, really, wasn't it?
He's like, oh, now I remember. That's where I put that thing.
Yeah. So yeah, Steve got some good jigs and things like that. Some of the stuff he brings out is you wouldn't believe could be done with a scroll saw. So
Yeah, I know. Like, I've never done it personally, but I know a lot of people cut like paper and then they make it so that they do like really ornate little corners on it, and then you can cut all the paper and make notepads.
Yeah. So,
But this book's got everything in it. If you guys want to check out this book, it's by Dave Freeman. There you go, right down there at the bottom.
Dave Freeman
and stuff.
Did you say that you were able to cut glass and things like that?
Yeah, it talks about how to cut glass.
I'm presuming you'd need some sort of lube or something like that.
I've got that.
Otherwise, it'll get too hot and crack the glass.
You have to use a diamond-coated blade.
Gotcha.
And they're expensive.
Yeah, I'll bet they're expensive. Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah.
There's a quarter
I looked at the diamond blades at one time, and they were $18 per blade.
Wow.
You are exactly correct. And I bought 3 of them for some dumb reason.
I think I'll stick to wood.
I cut with them. I used them on somebody else's saw, and they are slow. Like about an inch a minute.
Rick, wow. I did find a place that you can buy it at a lot better price. But it was a 1,000-foot roll, and it was $10,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hospital supply company that supplied it for cutting bone.
Katie Dotson just said over in the chat that she tried cutting English walnut shells, but they're so brittle they break apart. Maybe she needed a different blade or the wrong speed. That's actually not a bad idea, because I actually live right on the seaside, and obviously there's lots of seashells and things like that. So that's another good idea.
How good a luck do you have cutting the seashells? I've tried like the clam shells, and they are tougher than shoe leather to cut.
Katie, if you can get your hands on this book, right here, go to page number 20, and it talks all about seashells. Right here. I'm cutting them.
Why don't you just send Katie that book for being such a dedicated watcher?
Yeah.
I only got one. If I had another one, I'd send her.
That's all she needs is one.
That's what it says here.
Have you got a scanner?
These cells present a bit of a challenge since the shells are rounded and flat. The problem is quickly overcome by stabilizing the shell with tacky wax, silly putty, or Play-Doh. Place enough of the material mentioned above on the underside of the shell to stabilize it. Wax paper on the top of the saw, tabletop, and under the taxi wax material until it gives you a flat surface. The shell is stable and flat, less prone to breaking. The scroll saw speed, 80, should be 700 strokes per minute.
Lee?
Try the projects out.
Lee, stop right there. Katie's saying not seashells, walnut shells.
Oh, walnut shells.
Oh, walnut shells. Oh, sorry. That was my fault.
I thought you meant shells.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, walnut shells. Gotcha. Now I understand. Trust me to mess up your show.
Not seashells, they were walnut. Okay, walnut shells.
Walnut shells.
Okay, she's asking about cutting mother of pearl. And I've cut that before for guitar inlays. And you can glue it to a piece of 1/8-inch plywood or 1/4-inch plywood with, I think we use super glue. and then you can cut it, and the plywood stabilizes it so it doesn't break. And then when you're done, you use acetone to get it to release off the wood and get your cut part out. Mother of pearl is pretty fancy stuff, as I recall. I used to do that for a guitar company, and then I cut gold for them one time. They brought me a piece of gold about the size and thickness of a playing card, and they said it was $200 for that piece of gold. But somebody wanted an inlay cut out of it, and I cut it.
Did you keep the dust from it?
No, I threw it all away.
What was that like to cut? Because gold is pretty soft, isn't it?
Yeah, it was easy to cut. It just, you wanted to go real slow and careful. At $200 for a piece the size of a playing card, I thought that was pretty steep.
Yeah.
Hey, James.
They told me not to worry about ruining it, because if I did, the guy'd buy another piece. And I thought, holy crap, this guy got more money than brains.
Jamie, we saw Rick cut a cookie one time.
Sorry?
We saw Rick cut a cookie one time.
All right.
Girl Scout cookie, right?
Well, we cut the 3D deer out of the wine corpse.
Wow. What did I cut? Oh, I don't know. I've got some weird stuff. Yeah, very weird stuff. A lot of profanity in wood. That's about it. But that's all people that have requested from me. I've got weird friends.
Some pretty crazy stuff on the scroll saw.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't do much metal, but I've cut a little bit. But like cut Corian, I can tell you that is a slow process, and you want to use a mask on that one because it creates a lot of dust.
The weirdest thing I've cut to date, I actually cut. I think it was 2 or 3 days ago, and that was deer antler. And it was a struggle, but it actually went through, and it was actually a combination of the scroll saw on the lathe. I knew people had turned pens on the lathe with deer antler, and the dog had one from my auntie because she owns a wildlife park, and there was a deer antler on the floor that she was chewing on, and I just kept looking at it. And I just thought, I could make my mum a necklace or something like that out of that. So I was like, take it to the scroll saw, chop the end off. And it smelled horrible.
Deer antler just stinks so much when you cut it on the scroll saw.
Oh, it's horrible.
I've got a valuable tip for everybody if you want to use it, since Christmas is coming up.
Yeah.
A lot of people cut out little miniature cars and trucks and stuff to go on the Christmas tree, right?
Yeah.
If you take blister pack, the flat part of blister pack, those make excellent windows for ornaments.
Oh, yeah.
Size. You heard it here first.
Well, yeah. Any type of that plastic. They don't have, I guess they aren't as popular anymore, but the old transparencies for the overhead projectors, you can buy that stuff. It would be about the same thing.
That's before my time, Rick.
Well,
there's actually something else I bought. I actually haven't tried it yet, but there's things that people make ornaments out. I think it's called I can't pronounce it. I think it's called Tajua nut or Tagua nut.
I think it is.
Yeah, it's like pure white on the inside, and it's like real brown. It's about the size of an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's different sizes.
Yeah. I bought a few of them, so I was gonna have a go at that and see what I can do with that.
When you do it, plan on the center of it being cracks in the center. It's like it dries from the center, so there's a part right in the very center of them a lot of times that's kind of cracked, and in a hole.
Oh,
But
right.
if you get out from the center just a little ways, then it can turn solid.
Oh,
I've put them
gotcha.
on the wood lathe and made little boxes and stuff out of them. And I've done some engraving on some.
Hmm.
Play with it.
Nice.
But one may be hollow in the center and the next one may not. And the hollow isn't all that big a lot of times. I mean, I think I've got some cut. I could probably go grab some here and show you. Hang on.
So, yeah. I've actually got a big project coming up very soon, which is this thing here.
Oh, that's a
About the size of my head.
Okay.
That's what I'm working on next.
That's a great pattern, Jamie. I want to see it when you're done.
Yeah, it's not going to take as long as the tigers that I've done. They took me about 30 hours, and I actually donated one of them to charity. So the other one I tried giving away, but my mum had different different feelings about that.
Okay, here's one here that the slab come out pretty good. I cut them like a
Oh, nice.
16th or an 8th. But do not be surprised to see this in the center.
Ah, yeah.
Like I say, this is usually 3 or 4 slices wide. It gets. I don't know if you can see that one. Yeah, there.
Yeah.
This one gets smaller.
I think they look cool.
But
I guess you could kind of fill them with like some sort of resin or something like that.
I don't know what resin you'd get that would match. I mean, it's just kind of.
No, not necessarily the same color, but you know.
I mean, is what I did. Now, see, there's the edge ones. I used hot glue and glued them to a board, and then cut the slices on the bandsaw.
Yeah.
And then that's how I come up with my little thin discs of them.
That's a good idea.
What do you use them for?
I was just kind of playing with them. They're imitation ivory is what they call them.
It'd be good log cabin windows.
Log cabin windows.
Yep, a miniature log cabin window. Like a bathroom window.
You can't really see through them though.
You don't want to see through a log cabin bathroom window.
I do.
It's just to allow light in.
Yeah, I guess for that, I don't know whether I'd buy the Toga nuts. The Toga nuts were, well, I wouldn't want to say real expensive, but they aren't real cheap either.
I think they were about 50 cents each over here.
Oh no, see, I think I paid a lot more than that for them. I was thinking they were like $2 or $3 for one nut,
Oh, wow.
and that was like half the size of a golf ball.
Wow, that's a lot.
You can make miniature furniture with them too.
Yeah, I did some engraving on them with the CNC. It's super neat for doing that.
Yeah, wood burning too.
Never tried to burn one.
Well, there was somebody over in the chat on the outside saying that the show sucks tonight because we're off topic. Well, if you guys want a topic, make some suggestions. I ask you guys every week out there on the chat to give us topics for the show. And you guys don't put anything down, and then when you say the show sucks because we don't have a topic, well, that's why. So, we'll try to do our best to stay on topic, but, if you guys give us ideas, then we can go with those ideas of what you want to see. All right. Let's see. What time is it? 9:36. So we went a little bit over on time. Thank you guys for hanging out tonight out there on the YouTube. It's been kind of a crazy day today, but we mustered through. Like I said, if you guys have suggestions to make the show better, please contact me. Contact Carl, contact Jamie, contact Misty, contact Rick. They'll let me know. If you have ideas, that's good too. You know, maybe you guys want to suggest topics too. So, because it's really hard to come up with a topic every week and keep it fresh. So, you guys can help us out with that. All right. All right. So, thank you to everybody else in the chat. Thank you to everybody on this panel. Rick Hutchinson, Misty, Carl Taylor, and of course Jamie Page. Thank you guys very much. I know that it was a crazy show tonight, and we were off topic most of the time, but we'll do better. Give us a topic, suggest a topic to us, and we'll do our best next time to stay on that topic.
Scroll.
All right. Till next time, everybody. Click on.